Lion and the Mouse. Once upon a time, in the heart of a big, green jungle, where the tall trees swayed and birds sang sweet songs every morning, there lived a great lion named Leo. Leo was the king of the jungle. He had a golden mane that shimmered in the sunlight and paws so big they could crush a rock. Leo loved to roam his jungle kingdom every day. He would walk past the sparkling river, sniff the colorful flowers, and listen to the chattering monkeys swinging above. But after a long day of roaming, Leo would always find his favorite shady spot under a giant old tree to take a nap. One warm afternoon, Leo was lying under his tree. His eyes were slowly closing as a gentle breeze played with his mane. His breathing was deep and peaceful. The bees buzzed lazily around the flowers, and the whole jungle seemed to nap along with him. But not everyone was sleeping that day. Nearby, a tiny brown mouse named Mimi was busy gathering seeds and berries for her dinner. Mimi was small, with soft fur and shiny black eyes full of curiosity. She was always running here and there, giggling and squeaking happily. As she scampered around, Mimi didn't realize how close she had gotten to the big lion. Suddenly, oops, she ran right across Leo's giant paw. Leo's eyes shot open. He roared, so loud that all the birds flew from the trees in fright. "Roo! Who dares to wake me from my nap?" Leo growled, showing his sharp, shining teeth. Mimi froze. Her tiny heart thumped like a little drum. She turned around slowly and looked up. There stood Leo, towering above her, his golden mane glowing like a fiery crown, his eyes blazing like two burning lanterns. "Please, mighty lion, I didn't mean to wake you," squeaked Mimi, her tiny voice trembling. She held her little hands together and bowed her head. "I was just collecting my seeds. Please let me go. I promise I'll never disturb you again." Leo narrowed his eyes. Then he let out a booming laugh that echoed through the jungle. "Ha ha ha! You are so small. You think you can bother me? You are nothing but a snack for me," Leo teased. He lifted his paw and pressed it gently on Mimi's back to stop her from running. Mimi shivered but gathered all her courage. She looked up at Leo again, her whiskers twitching. "Oh, please, Leo, if you let me go today, maybe someday I can help you too," she said softly. Leo roared with laughter, even louder this time. The trees shook, and the leaves rained down like confetti. "You? Help me? Ha ha ha! You are too funny, little mouse. How could someone so tiny help the great king of the jungle?" But something in Mimi's shiny eyes made Leo pause. He felt a warm tickle in his heart. Finally, with a big sigh, he slowly lifted his paw and let her go. "Go! Run away before I change my mind," he grumbled. But there was a tiny smile hiding behind his big teeth. Mimi squeaked happily. Thank you so much, kind lion," she said, bowing quickly. She dashed off into the bushes, her little tail flicking behind her. Leo yawned and lay down again, closing his eyes. Before long, he was snoring loudly, dreaming about chasing deer and rolling in the grass. Days turned into weeks. The jungle stayed lively and busy, full of bird songs and monkey chatter. One sunny morning, Leo decided to take a long walk to the far side of the jungle. He loved exploring the hidden paths and breathing the fresh, sweet air. But this time, he didn't know that some hunters had set a big, strong net trap on one of the trails. Leo didn't notice the net and stepped right into it. With a loud snap, the ropes sprang up and tangled around him. "Roo!" Leo roared in shock and anger. He twisted and turned, but the more he moved, the tighter the ropes became. All the animals of the jungle heard his roar. The birds flew far away, the deer hid in the bushes, and even the monkeys stopped playing. Leo fought and fought, but soon he felt tired and weak. His golden mane was tangled, and his strong paws couldn't tear the ropes. For the first time in his life, Leo felt truly helpless. Tears welled up in his big eyes. He thought, "Is this how my story ends? Caught like a silly cub?" Mimi heard Leo, rushed to him. When she saw Leo trapped in the net, she gasped. Without wasting a second, she scurried to the ropes. "Don't worry, Leo. I'm here to help you," she chirped. Mimi began to gnaw and nibble at the thick ropes with her sharp little teeth. She worked fast, chewing through one rope after another. Her tiny body shook with determination, but she didn't stop. Leo watched with wide eyes. Hope sparkled inside him. Mimi panted, but kept going. Almost there, she squeaked. Finally, with one last bite, the ropes snapped, and Leo was free. Leo stood up slowly and shook off the ropes. His mane fluttered in the breeze again. He looked down at Mimi with wide, grateful eyes. "Mimi, you saved me," he whispered. His deep voice trembled with emotion. Mimi giggled shyly. "See, I told you one day I might help you too." Leo knelt down, so his giant face was close to hers. He gave her a gentle nudge with his big nose, careful not to hurt her. "You were right. I was wrong to think someone so small could never help me," Leo said. His golden eyes shone with respect and kindness. From that day on, Leo and Mimi became the best of friends. Whenever Leo took a nap, Mimi would watch over him and make sure no one disturbed the king. And Leo would always protect Mimi from big birds and other dangers. The other animals in the jungle watched them and learned a big lesson. It doesn't matter how small or big you are. Even the tiniest friend can make the biggest difference. That night, as the moonlight danced on the jungle leaves, Leo and Mimi sat together under the stars. Leo looked at Mimi and said, "Thank you, little friend. You have the biggest heart in the jungle." Mimi smiled and replied, "And you have the kindest heart, Leo. Thank you for believing in me." As the cool breeze rustled the trees and the stars twinkled above, the two friends fell asleep side by side, dreaming of more adventures together. Moral of the story: no act of kindness is ever wasted. Even the smallest creature can help the mightiest. Never underestimate anyone because of their size. A big heart can come in the tiniest package. What do you think? Comment and let us know.